Yeah, we've got six players so far on dark side and 8 players so far on our side, on Rex's side. Okay, so have you got the link there, brother? Okay. All right. So for those tuning in, we're live. We're about to get underway in probably about a minute or two for the Division 3 final. Rex are playing Dark. Bit of a rematch, as Rex have played Dark before, a few weeks ago. So this will be Rex versus Dark version 2, if you want to call it that. But should be some interesting games there, Mike. We're in for some hot contests. We've seen some sides come and go, and earlier this week, Rex had the playoffs against CTK, beating CTK 3-0, and now they are up against the log leaders Dark for the final. Okay. Yeah, excuse the bit. We're going to have a lot of those puns tonight. I caught myself a couple of times saying that, the dark side will be on the left or the right, and the flag's going in the favour of dark side. So I'm sure they get that a lot. But we'll see if the dark side prevails tonight, or the Rex resistance is able to withhold the advances of the dark side and take this final. So yeah, yeah. So let's have a look at the map rotations that we've picked up are Aerodrome, which is the map we're on now, and then we will probably be heading off to the mountains, the snowy capped mountains of Fiel, and there should be some good gun battles through the snow, and then thereafter we'll be heading to the harbour port of Rotterdam, and there we'll see some action as well. I think that is a fan favourite map where we'll see a lot of flanking manoeuvres, a lot of controlling points, and as with as we've seen in the past, a lot of this type of game lends itself to everyone wanting to control that pivot flag. That pivot flag usually being the Bravo flag, but not always guaranteed that you hold the pivot flag that you're going to win the game. So all sorts of strategies will be at play and counter strategies. So we'll try and decipher what the guys are doing and what's in store, and then we should take it from there. All right. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I don't know if they. It seems like the numbers aren't all there yet. Maybe one dark guy just spawning in so long. He's on 7. None of the Rex guys have spawned in. So maybe Dark just getting a little bit antsy there, and the gun going off, and he jumped out the stocks a little bit too early. But let's see. He'll probably respawn. We'll see what happens. But they're still waiting for one player. So on the Rex side, we've got Sergeant Bex leading up with on our leaderboard that I'm showing the guys now. Then Babash, DJ, Scaife, Jacques 199, Lawless 320, Lawless Rue, Sicarius, and Snake Dog. We've got our 8th player on the dark side now that's spawned in, and that would be Night Flash, Wraithy, Zimbo, Sea Banshee, Dr. Blah, Elite Sniper, Frotten Foods, and Ruben 2016. So I'm not too sure, but the dark guys seem to be moving around the map. Um, So we'll have to understand what's happening here in a minute. We'll get some clarity, I'm sure. Uh, maybe they will be changing maps. What was the? Yeah, they might be starting on Fiel, so we might see a bit of a change happening in the next few minutes. So if you are there, please just bear with us in the stream. We will bring you over to whatever map they start on, and we'll take it from there. All right, so I'm going to be pausing the stream just for a second, and then we'll be back in a minute with. We'll keep the link running. We'll be back in a minute on the right one. Mike, did you get a message there? Oh, they're just restarting the server. Okay. All right. So let's just see what happens. We'll rejoin in a sec. So those of you who are listening live in the stream, we'd love to hear your predictions and your comments as to. Okay, just do us a favor. Let me just go out and go back in again. Sorry, go out. I'll send you another invite. Sorry, and then let's see if that works. Okay, hopefully we're going in now. Mike, are you there? Okay. Yeah, I'm here, Mike. I think we are going back in. So hopefully, okay, on my side.
I've found the problem.
Oh, good.
The guy that, yeah, even though you're sharing the party, that joined the party need to also just tick that I'm allowing you to share my voice.
Okay, all right.
So,
So that solves the issue. So let's have a look and see what's happening on the thing. We've rejoined the game. We should be able to see. Yep, the guys are starting to fill up the server, and we should be underway shortly. Oh dear, I think I've done a boo boo. Just please bear with us. Let's just quit there. I joined the game by accident, and I'll be exiting the game real quick because I do not want to get involved in that affair. That is going to be blood on the walls tonight, I believe.
Yeah, and well, thanks for letting me know. We found a mistake. Seems to be in the future there won't be any problems with
Yeah.
the party
So
chat anymore.
yeah, we had it, and perhaps that was the problem with our guest commentator last week. His setting wasn't set correctly. So
Oh, you're talking about Baba Yaga on Monday, so now we
yes,
know
yeah,
what to do.
yeah. Well, we know what
That's
to
for
tell
sure.
the guys just to check on their settings. So hopefully that'll solve the problem. Yeah.
It's strange
So
that nobody's actually commented or WhatsApped or even inboxed us to say what was the problem. But yeah, luckily
yeah,
it's sorted.
yeah. I think hopefully this isn't taking me back into the game. Be a disaster if it is. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a
It's fine. While you're loading in,
yeah.
the match has officially started. So just let me know when you're back, Don.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll take it away while you're
Yeah.
busy loading.
Thanks, Mark.
Right. So Rex has gone for Bravo flag, spawned in. Sergeant Bex has fallen back to Charlie, taking Charlie as well. So Rex has got the full squad now defending Bravo, and Dark has also started pushing in from Alpha towards Bravo. So a couple of casualties from the Dark and Rex side, with a couple of Dark players falling down trying to attack Bravo. And I see DJ Scafe and Jock is the only one left trying to defend Bravo with Fortune Foods holding spawn. And Dr. Blar now spawned on him as well. Nightfall. So there will be a second push now for Bravo. And two objectives still in Rex's favor, Charlie and Bravo, with Alpha on the dog, on the dog side there.
On the dark side,
I'm
we
going
knew
to have
that
a lot of
we
puns here tonight.
yeah we're gonna we knew those innuendos were gonna sneak in there. Apologies for those who
Yes.
are still I'm totally completely my errors here. I'm trying to just make sure that I get into the server correctly, but it keeps putting me in as a player. So I'm trying to. Oh dear. Okay. Sorry, I realized my error. So just keep us going there, Mark. I apologize.
Okay,
Uh,
perfect. All right. So Rex is still keeping Bravo. Doc's doing a tremendous push now on Bravo. Rex has got a couple of guys here now that's going to try and defend. I would say that Doc's basically got their full team now pushing for Bravo with just Elite Sniper hanging back at Alpha. Sergeant Bex and Lawless is covering the right side flank from Alpha to Bravo, and Bravo has now fallen, and Dark's retained Bravo now. So Rex is going to do a big push now, try and get Bravo back, and yeah, big attack. Looks like Bravo is going to be the main objective here, Donovan.
okay.
Are you
All
still
right.
loading in?
Yeah, still loading in. Sorry, my error. No excuse. I keep joining in as trying to join in the game instead of actually spectating. So, but I'll get there in a second. So we'll have a live stream up and running in no time. Apologies to all that are tuning in. We should be up and running shortly. But the menu is
Okay,
unfortunately up. So just keep us going there,
so
Mark.
while you're busy there is, yeah, Night Flash has tried to take Charlie. Sergeant Bex has done a great job there to defend Charlie. So Charlie's still in the favor of Rex. Rex has taken Bravo for a brief moment there. But yeah, Doc's definitely got that Bravo back again. So you'll see a big push from Rex now again, trying to get Bravo back. I would say the match at the moment, 167 tickets for Rex, 157 for Dark. Dark a little bit in favor now, I would say, map position wise. They are definitely now got Bravo under their wing, and they're now going to start pushing for Charlie.
Right. Okay. Should be in another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll be live with action. Thanks for holding on for us. So, what are the scoreboards looking like there, Mike?
Okay, so yeah, let's do tickets quickly. Rex leading with a very, very slight margin, 159 to 157 for Dark. And yeah, as I said, Dark in a very fortunate position at the moment, holding A and B with the Rex players trying to take the Bravo back.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
Well, the as we said earlier, the aerodrome map is the first map that we're on. We're live now, so we'll be able to spectate straight away. I see what you were saying there. So the Bravo flag in the process of falling to Rex, maybe. A little bit of battle going on there.
Yeah, the big battle here, Donovan. I would say Dark had a very fortunate position now, having Alpha and Bravo with a little bit of Charlie, if you take map wise. But now big push from Rex now for Bravo, and they will definitely get Bravo back. So yeah, let's see if they can defend Bravo there, Don.
Okay, so we're following with Banshee. Banshee's still hanging onto the flag, obviously waiting for a bit of a spawn. He takes out Sicarius, but then he gets taken out by Babash. Revived there by Babash. So the guy's still in control of Bravo. And we should see another big push by Dark. Frotten Foods going around the top side, so let's see if Rex are able to spot him trying to make the flank, while the initial guys, Banshee, Night Flash, Wraithy, try and push up right in the middle in the center of that B flag. They're moving around those warehouses, pushing through, and we'll see a bit of action pushing onto the flag. But you know, this game being all about time, the longer they try and push on that flag, successfully or unsuccessfully, the longer the ticket count for them is getting chipped away.
Yeah, no, Frozen Foods has done a very good job into flanking into Bravo, taking out Sergeant Bex, now attacking the Rex players from behind.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Dark players will definitely get Bravo back again.
Yep, but Rex quickly repositioning themselves and pushing back to Bravo. We'll see if Dark meet them in the middle or meet them near the flag. A whole squad of Dark players, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus more, now pushing through Bravo to hold them off at the point of entry at that Bravo flag for Rex.
Yeah, but look at that kill feed, Don. It's just Dark on Rex, and they're just taking out the full Rex squad now with that big push. The Dark's done a very good job into defending Bravo there.
Yeah,
and now obviously going to attack Charlie.
Yeah.
Going for that triple cap by the looks of things.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens now with Rex's strategy. 139. It's going to be 138 a piece in a few seconds. 136 to 139. Apologies in the favor of Dark. But Rex pushing that front line, making sure that they are able to try and get a position of advantage through there. But look at Dark. Look how spread out they are along the top side of elevation here on the Bravo flag. So they're stopping the Rex players as soon as they leave that Charlie point. And they're able to spot Wraithy up at the top side. He's calling out the positions and the movements of Rex from this position of elevation. Obviously to the squad, how many players are moving into the Bravo flag, where they're moving in, where they need to get ready. So we'll see what happens. But Wraithy's still there. It looks like Lawless has moved in and try to take him on. But look at Dr. Blah on the roof at the back. Very good position there. Zimbo respawns on him. Dr. Blah, so he's not only holding spawn, but he's getting a position where he can watch out where the Rex players are coming in.
Yeah, and Dark doing yet another good job in defending Bravo.
Yeah, so we've got 3 Dark players on this top side. Wraithy's there, Frotten Food's there. They're having a good look to see where the Rex players are coming from.
Yeah. Snake on the left-hand side there now trying to push through by the looks of things, but he's got Ruben also lying there waiting on that wing of the plane there. It looks like Ruben's actually spotted. No, he hasn't spotted him. So Snake doing a very sneaky move there. I don't know if you can see that, Don.
Thanks for picking that up, Mike. Excellent, yes. Ruben's on the plane. He's obviously, they've almost got a spearhead on that Bravo flag. But Snake, now he's got 3, both DJ and Ru and Jacques spawning on him. Snake carries on pushing around. They've taken out Ruben. Let's see what they're able to do with the other guys. But Snake continues to push around to that alpha point. They know that they need the two flag advantage to be able to make inroads back into this. So let's join in on Snake now and see what if he gets any company in here. And how long it takes to...
He's going to have a lot of action now. He's going to have a lot of action. Look at that big push back from Dark there, Don. I think for this map you need to have Alpha objective and Bravo objective. I think if you got those 2 objectives, you've basically got it whacked for this map.
Yeah, but look, the guys have made a push there, but they've left a little bit of a gap for Dark to move in a Charlie flag. There is Ru there and there is Sicarius there, Lawless Ru Sicarius. And Jacques now spawns back on Charlie, so they have to hold, like you said, they have to hold these 2 flags. But taking out the dark players that were advancing, including Zimbo, who was the last man standing, so they've cleared that point out. So Rex holding on to both flags, Alpha and Charlie.
Yeah, but look at that. Dark doing a good job into, they're taking out that whole squad there at Alpha and retaining Alpha.
Yeah.
I think the Rex guys need to just maybe not bunch up as much as what they're all running together now at the moment, because at the moment the Dark guys are spread out nicely and they're just picking them off at the moment there, Don.
Yeah. Dark now making another push for Charlie flag. They've taken back Alpha in the meantime, but maybe this has just opened up enough of a gap for Rex to push back to Bravo. But Frotten Food's going right around the outside there, making the push towards Charlie. He might just hide out in the corner here and just keep the guys guessing. No one defending at Charlie. But Bravo falling to Rex. Now Rex has the advantage of pushing in either direction. And if they are able to get their home flag of Charlie back or retake Alpha, they will have the advantage. But at this stage, 129 tickets to the dark side and 97 tickets to Rex.
Yeah, still a close game, I'd say. But look at Frotten Foods. If you look at his strategy in the map, I've been watching him for quite a bit now. He likes holding back, and he just keeps spawn for his mates.
Yeah.
And he's doing an excellent job of that. That's for sure.
Yeah. So Bravo and Charlie now being held by Rex. Rex were able to get the dark guys out of that area. This elevated point behind Bravo seems like a key point to watch where the guys are coming from. Let's see if now Rex are able to watch where the dark guys are coming from Alpha.
Yeah, look, let's see. Rex is definitely now re-strategized. They've got a nice advantage point at the moment. They've got enough time to get the guys into cover, trying to defend Bravo. But look at that big push again from the dark players. I'd say that's at least a squad and a half pushing on top of the Rex players and Bravo.
Yeah. But we were watching inside inside the house. The guys were doing a bit of a gun battle, but Dark coming out on top of that warehouse. But the flag still being held by Rex. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're quite right, Mike. 5 dark players now all of a sudden just pushing hard onto the Bravo flag from that warehouse, and Dr. Blah back on the roof at Bravo, able to get that elevated position to see where the guys are going to push from. But somehow Bravo being held still by Rex. DJ sitting here in the corner. He's on the flag point. Sergeant Bex down at the back, and Wraithy is flanked right around. So I don't think it's going to be too much longer. Lawless Ruse there. I take my words back. 1, 2, 3, 4 Rex players have respawned back in the stock warehouse. So
they've
big
done
push.
A wonderful job into keeping spawn. That's for sure.
Yeah. So this game's very, very close. 105. Dr. Blah still on the roof. Snake doesn't know he's there. Blah maybe does know that he's below him, but DJ gets taken down by Blah. And now we see the flag bouncing between Rex and Doc. But Rex, now look at that. Lawless Rue and Snake has spotted Zimbo and Blah on that roof. So they're going to be watching that roof very closely from now on, I'm sure, to see that the guys don't make a move in there.
Yeah.
So I don't see any flanks.
Banshee did a wonderful job there. Yes, I mean, playing the medic class, and you look at that distance, he's just taken out 2 Rex players there on the flank, and it looks like he's going to go for his third, and he goes down.
Yeah, he was hip firing from quite a distance there. So Rue now taking the position on the roof. He'll be able to see where the dark players are approaching from. Dr. Blah moving around the one side. He's trying to take a position of elevation. Snake also on the roof with Lawless.
Just hang 10 there. I see Ruben and C Banshee now flanking for Charlie.
All right, let's have a look.
So they would.
Yeah, you're quite right. Well spotted, Mike. So yeah, they went to the long way around, and they've now managed to get in behind Rex and capture the Charlie flag. So they know obviously to take that lower road and sneak through. So they'll be pushing Rex from this side. We'll see what. But look at Snake and DJ. They positioned to do the same thing. So slowly, as we watch Snake moving around. Only Elite Sniper there. He's got an eye on them. Let's join on Elite Sniper and see if he's able to... No, he misses his first shot, misses his second, so 2 Rex players are now on Alpha. Alpha now going to fall to Rex. Let's see how many players, if any players, join on Elite Sniper to take on the Rex guys.
Yeah, look, quite a bit of, it's a good retaliation there from Rex capping Alpha, but that just opened up a triple cap for Doc, and they've done a tremendous job into getting that triple cap, of course.
Yeah.
But let's see, big push now from Rex again. Banshee's on Sergeant Bex. He's definitely noticed him trying to flank, and yes, he's on Sergeant Bex there, and I don't think Bex is going to survive that one.
Yeah, they're Bash in a good place there. Now it's Rex that are making the push from the dome, and it's Rex making the push onto Bravo from that side. They are, unlike Dark, are able to take Bravo, and now they're held once again Alpha and Bravo, but still just over 10 flag advantage in the favor of Dark. So we'll see if that is if they're able to hold on to these 2 flags for long enough to make up that deficit.
Yeah, Ruben's still at the back there. He's being very stationary there at the back. I wonder if he's still playing. Oh no, sorry, that's a decoy.
Oh, that's a decoy, yeah. I know, very confusing, because between Ruben and Sergeant Bex, they put up those decoys. It looks like a player there. So,
yeah, no, it does.
But Rex still holding a strong position on Bravo. They're holding back the Dark players. So you can see DJ there, Jacques there, Ruse on the outside. He's now taking this all-important position of elevation on the hill here that Dark took earlier, and he's able to watch where the guys are coming from. So let's see if Ruse spots some of the guys here.
That all-important Alpha and Bravo. I still believe if you've got Alpha and Bravo on this map, you've got a good advantage point in defending Bravo. It's a shorter distance between, I would say, Alpha and Bravo than what it is in Charlie and Bravo.
Yeah.
And you've got the higher ground there, Don. So let's see. Rex should do a good job in defending Bravo here.
Yeah. Dark made a good push in there, taking Lawless Rue out at the top. They're reviving in that front warehouse, popping smoke for cover. So no, Dark moving in from all directions and they've been able to take Bravo back. But Bex is there on the outside. I don't know if he's going to make a push onto Bravo or Charlie, but it looks like he's moving into Bravo. He's got Elite Sniper here on the outside. He spots him through the fence, takes him out. Lawless 320 gets taken out of the flag, so no Rex players at the moment are able to push directly onto Bravo. They need to push together, and they need to not wait too long, because there's only 2 tickets in it now.
Yeah. Very close game, I would say. The game definitely shifted when Rex got that Alpha flag sorted. But now they definitely need to get that Bravo flag if they just want to take it up to Dark. But so far, I'd say the match is in Dark's favor. Dark got very good lines running at the moment. And, they're just doing a good job in defending.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens. I think Rex making their big push, flanking around but with Sergeant Bex on the left side. Lawless 320 and the guys moving through the warehouse as a collected group. They take the Bravo flag back very quickly. I'm not too sure. I don't see anywhere on the map where the Dark players are making flanks or any flanking maneuvers at this time. But I think just the pure numbers that the Rex guys are moving onto the flags is working in their favor.
Yeah, no, definitely. But if you look at it, it's basically 2 full teams fighting it out at Bravo, with nobody holding back at the moment.
Yeah,
so it's 2 full teams fighting at Bravo.
Yeah. So we join on Lawless Rue now. He's covering the door. He takes out Blah by the door. But just from a distance there, peeking in the door was Frotten Foods. Saw Lawless Rue sitting in the warehouse and takes him out. But once again, Rex with the numbers on this inner side, still holding onto that flag. And for the first time that I've seen in this game anyway, and maybe because of the late start, Rex have taken a 1-ticket advantage. So, well, there it goes.
But look at that now. Banshee and Night Flash doing the flank, being spotted. Banshee gets taken out. Night Flash still running at the, at the back there. Jock's done very well with the support, with the Lewis gun. So let's see. He's got Night Flash running away from him. So let's see if he can stop that flank from happening.
Yeah. A lot of Rex guys nicely spread out along the flag. We'll see what the dark guys do now. There's Elite Sniper just hanging around the edge. He gets one of the guys. Now you get support. So there's 1, 2, 3 players of dark moving in from the right side, 4 players of dark moving in from the right side, and 2 on the left side. Zimbo gets taken out. Blah gets taken out. Frotten Food's still in the warehouse. DJ gets taken out. Let's see if Sicarius picks him up or moves in. Bit of a battle going there, and comes out in the favor of Sicarius. So Rex guys still hanging around. No, they get taken out. So just Charlie Flag now in the favor of Rex. 47 tickets to Rex, 50 to Doc. But I see Lawless 320 now. He's the one that's looks like he's going to make the long trip around to Alpha. They know they need those 2 flags, and they know that moving it from Charlie to Bravo is a bit difficult. As Dark were able to do it the last time, let's see if Rex are able to do it. We join on Bex now, and we'll see if he's able to spot any of the Dark players on the flag. Dark players, looks like they moved off the flag there momentarily, maybe just because they got taken out or lost this elevation position, but Rex quickly taking Bravo, so very good push there by Rex. Night Flash still here, Frotten Food still here at the bottom. Sicarius watching closely. Babash unfortunately engages without the position of cover. He gets taken out, so the flag goes back to Doc. Lawless
big push from the Rex guys, but they're just not getting that 1v1 kills there.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I said, when you're at Bravo defending Bravo, you've got the higher ground, and that gives you that little bit of advantage there.
Quite right, and we saw that flank by Lawless 320 earlier on. It was unsuccessful. He was stopped just outside Alpha. Now Dr. Blah is not quite moving in the position of cover, but he is making the push to Charlie Flag. Lawless 320 spots him and he takes him out. Snake now moving, taking the long trip around. Let's see if he's able to make it all the way to Alpha. And while he's doing that, DJ taking a wide berth. He's being watched by Ruben 2016. Being kept back slightly. Let's watch this engagement. See who comes out. DJ getting taken out by Ruben, and a lot of the Rex guys down there in front of the Bravo flag, it seems. So let's see what happens now. It looks like Ruben and Elite are expecting and anticipating a flank from the Rex guys. Rightly slow. So DJ and Snake are moving in, and now Jacques moving into the Alpha flag. But 3 plays 2. Now 2 plays 2, now 2 plays 1. So quickly things change.
Yes.
Snake moving in. He's made the long trip around. DJ just hanging around the front of the dome and keeping Ruben's attention. Ruben may have heard some footsteps at the back there. He falls back and takes Jacques out. Snake's still there. Elite Sniper respawns on him. And we'll see what happens in this.
Yeah, look, Rex needs to take a flag.
Yeah.
The triple cap's going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rex players now pushing for Alpha. They take out the Dark players, and now we've got Alpha going to the favor of Rex. But with 3 tickets left, I think Dark have got this one in the bag.
Yeah, definitely. No, Dark's done tremendously well on this map, Don. With Bravo being that pivot point and obviously keeping Alpha close as well.
So the first match of this final goes to Dark, but very close game there all throughout. I think Rex not being able to take back that Bravo flag and then also having to take those long trips around to Alpha just bought Dark enough time to break away on the ticket count.
Yep. No, they've done tremendously well there. The 1v1 from the Dark players were on point, and I would just say their positioning on this map was very good.
So in the comments there, I don't know what Intergalactic Spaceship is doing, but he's peeling oranges, he says. Put me in, coach.
Yeah, I see there isn't much love for the players out there. So please, if you guys are watching, who are you rooting for, and who's your favorite player?
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to see what's going on. So This is a bit of a difficult map as well. We'll see what's able to happen here. I think the guys are in and they are ready to rock and roll. Where are the two spawn points? Where are the starting points here, Mike? Do you know?
Don, sorry, I was busy typing here.
Yeah, no, go
So
ahead.
the starting points will be Charlie and Alpha. I'm just not sure where the guys will be spawning. Each team will be spawning, but basically Alpha and Charlie will be your spawning points for two teams, and Bravo being the mid flag at the bottom.
Yeah, so we've got and I think looking at the map, the run from Alpha to Bravo probably a lot more exposed, but it looks like Rex spawning on the top side of the map. And we'll see the Dark players spawn in on the opposite side. Yeah, they are. So Dark players making the run, and it looks like they splitting up. Ruben and Sniper Elite moving to Alpha. Banshee and Frotten Foods and Dr. Blah and Racy moving towards Bravo. Dr. Blah, Frotten Foods and Racy are moving to that wide berth, that wide entrance exit way to Charlie. But they are initially taking the two flags with that early push to Bravo. Probably a little bit more to their advantage, not having to cross over the hill. But very well spread out now, the Dark players, trying to stop the push from Rex. But we'll see what Rex are able to do on this Alpha flag. Looks like Vex went around the long way and around the outside, got taken out. But still two Rex players there to take on Elite Sniper, and unsuccessfully so. Oh, no, I can't say that because... No, there it goes. So the red being represented now by Dark was thrown there by the colours, and blue being represented by our Rex.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back in the game. I was just quickly preoccupied there, Don, so I haven't been watching much.
No, not a problem. Okay, so we'll have a close look at what's happening in this narrow alleyway that leads up to Alpha. We've got Bex and Lawless taking out 2 Dark players there. They should have an easy push up and over this little hill to Alpha.
Yeah, this is one of the maps that Dark has chosen, so the guys, this is obviously their favorite map for this match. So
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of interesting plays from the Dark players, and a lot of work from the Rex guys to do in order to get a couple of objectives going.
Yeah. Dark making the long flank around, and they now are in the process of taking Charlie for a triple cap, but not quite so because Rex have moved into Bravo, and they've taken occupation of Bravo flag. So we'll see now if holding Bravo gives them the advantage to push in either direction to either Alpha or Charlie. But 1, 2, 3 Rex, 3 Rex players moving into Alpha from the long way around. Quickly taken out Rue was by Dr. Blah.
Yeah.
And Ruben now reviving there.
Yeah, Snake, the only one left to defend Bravo. We've got a big push from Raithy and Night Flash at the moment. Snake's got a bit of... Okay, he's got Rue on his side. He's got DJ there as well.
Yeah.
They need to do a big job there to defend Bravo.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Raithy as he moves in the bottom to try and defend. If he's spotted by the guards or not. He gets a headshot straight away on DJ from quite a distance, I may add. Let's see what happens, but yeah, Dark making a successful defense at Bravo. So only Charlie still being held by Rex. 170 tickets in the favor of Dark. Let's see if Rex are maybe able to push through to Alpha, which looks like what is happening now on this side. Ruben tried to move around and stop them from doing it, but still a whole squad of Rex players. 3 of them moving through the center and 1 going around. We'll join on 320. He's heading up the spear to the tip of the spear attack here.
Yeah, look at that. Night Flash just hanging back, waiting for guys to spawn on him, and Dr. Blanc are on the roof there. Very good advantage point for Charlie. And it seems like Doc's got all the corners covered on this map there, Don.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like as soon as those Rex players push through that avenue, the Dark players move away from Bravo and give cover from both angles. So Dark, yes, doing a very good job at holding those choke points.
Yeah.
So Rex regrouping now at Charlie. We'll have a look at them and see what they are able to do now. Blah moving around or standing on the bridge, moving around and checking to see where they're coming from. From this little alleyway, he's checking both sides.
Yeah, look how spread out they are, Don. They're all over the map. They've got a big defense line. I mean, look at Ruben right at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Between Charlie and Alpha. Now only moving up towards Zimbo. So these guys got a good area, or I would say map knowledge here.
Yeah.
And using it to their advantage.
But Lawless Rue now, just watching back, he knows the Dark players are going to push still this way. And gets taken out by Banshee. Oh, sorry, by Nightflash. So Bravo flag looked like it momentarily went to Rex, but Dark pushed back from probably Alpha side to take it back. And we've got Babash now moving on to Alpha. He's going on a 1v1 with Ruben, takes him out. So for the first time possibly in this game, we're going to see that Alpha flag go over to Rex.
Yeah, just an interesting point there, Don. The Dark players haven't lost any tickets yet. Oh, there we go. One ticket lost so far. So since the match has started, they've lost their first 2 tickets.
Yeah. So Wraithy now trying to make that push to Alpha. He takes out Lawless. Rue will join on Wraithy and see if he's able to make that push to Alpha. Takes out 1, takes out 2 on Lawless 320. And makes the push back onto Alpha.
Bravo's gonna have some action now. 3 Rex players against 2, and Frotten Foods gets taken out by DJ Scafe. So now they're taking that Bravo.
I definitely sense a change of strategy. Yeah. Change of strategy then from Rex.
There's definitely a change of strategy.
Yeah. So Rex now changing the strategy. They take on Bravo and they take on Alpha, but Banshee's there moving down that little choke point. But Rex have got the Lawless 320, Babash and Sicarius now at Alpha to watch any advancing attacks. Sicarius moving through that choke point. He's going to have a look and see if any Dark players are approaching.
And you look at that wave of Dark players just going over like a tidal wave over in Bravo and just taking that Bravo back again.
Yeah. So
there was a whole squad defending Bravo, and then all of a sudden that red wave just poured over Bravo.
Yeah. So we'll see if Rex can move perhaps from Alpha quickly enough to get Bravo back. But the Dark players definitely are pushing back to Alpha.
Yeah, no, they're going to push back to Alpha. Zimba was just hanging back waiting for Wraithy to spawn on him, and they're going to do a full push from both sides now. So Rex is going to have their hands full here with a lot of Dark players coming from all sides.
Zimba taking out Lawless Rue there on the edge of the hill on the ridge line. Will join on Zimba, and he's moving around the left-hand side flank towards Alpha. So Dark going for a triple cap. They're not satisfied with 2 flags. They want to push for the 3rd because they're definitely pushing that Alpha flag.
Yeah, we've got a push here from Snake now. Snake's definitely going down the flank. He's got Sergeant Bex with him as well, going for that Bravo flag. So yeah, whatever Rex has changed to, I would say, 2 minutes prior, 3 minutes prior, they need to do whatever they did back then, just to keep Alpha and Bravo.
Yeah.
To get the tickets going down on the Dark side.
So Rex holding Alpha. Wraithy has pushed through that little choke point. He has flanked the Rex players sitting on the ridge line there. And he's now taking Alpha while the Rex players have taken Bravo flag. Babash and Lawless 320 trying to defend at Alpha. Unfortunately, unsuccessfully for them. But DJ's still there. He's going to get faced with about 2 or 3 dark players just peeking their heads over this hill, and he gets taken out, unfortunately, all on his own. So let's have a look. No one defending at Bravo at the moment, and we'll see the dark players probably making a push for Bravo. Zimbo on the lower level. No, not yet. Yes, now they're going to. Frotten Foods and Zimbo moving to an undefended Bravo, and the Rex players making a strong push for Charlie. So briefly holding Charlie. Interestingly enough, DJ all on his own holding Bravo, and the rest of Rex. I thought they were going to capture Charlie, but they weren't able to. So Jacques.
Nope. They're still holding on that Bravo, but we're going to see a push now again from the Rex guys going to Charlie.
Yeah.
DJ all on his own here against Zimbo and Frotten Foods, and the guys are holding back. The dark guys are, they're holding back. It's like they're waiting for more players to spawn on them.
Yeah.
DJ takes out Zimbo. He's got Frotten Foods left. Dr. Block coming from the top. So DJ's going to have his hands full here again.
Yeah, dark guys all over Charlie. Snake all on his own, pushing Charlie. But now 3 Rex players moving from the top side of Charlie. And we'll see if they are able to take the flag.
Yep, they're definitely taking Bravo. Alpha in the favor of Rex. Rex managing to keep one objective at a time there, but it's not going to work. Unfortunately, you need those 2 objectives.
Yeah. So Night Flash using the Tommy gun. He's pushing up towards Alpha now.
He just by the looks of things have now snuck past Frotten Foods. Zimbo is also moving back to Bravo. No, he's going around to Charlie by the looks of things. So the Rex players taking out Frotten Foods, and DJ Scafe going for Bravo. 2 objectives in favor of Rex, and you're going to see a big push here from Dr. Blar and them on the way to Bravo.
Yep. So we join on Raythy now. He sees DJ, takes out DJ, starts reviving. He gets taken out in the process of reviving. Zimbo now in the front. He's taking a push. He's going to meet Snake Dog. And then we'll see if the dark players are able to, as you said earlier, pull through that hill. So we're going to join on Frotten Foods now. He's peeking around, trying to deploy some smoke as cover. And we'll see if they run down there. Dark Frotten Foods going out of the map now. He's getting headshots on Shark while he's out of the map. The guy's jumping over the hills and trying to get a flank on. So we'll see what happens.
Look, Rex is doing a good job in defending Alpha and Bravo now. That's definitely helping. Yeah. They've been on 44 tickets now for quite some time. They're holding those 2 objectives. For the first time, I would say Dog's got their hands full now, trying to get another objective going.
It definitely seems like that. So we'll keep an eye on Dark and see if they're able to push this little avenue. We're joining on Night Flash now. We'll see some smoke and grenades going through there and waiting for numbers to come through. But Rex doing a fantastic job of, as you said, keeping the guys pinned back and making those pushes. But both sides now trying to use as much advantage as possible, going over the hill between Bravo and Charlie, briefly into no man's land, but meeting stiff opposition at Bravo and not able to make the pour down the hill. But now we've got Dark pushing through and Lawless Rue at the bottom holding spawn, but he gets taken out. Doesn't take them all out. Sharks just manages to spawn on, but he gets taken out as well. So although I think Lawless had the right strategy, they're holding spawn for more players, getting another spawn on him, but the guys were aware to it. So we got all the Rex players now on this hill at Alpha, and they know that if they don't take another flag back soon, it's going to be too little too late. This is the make or break point now, I believe, in this final.
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, Rex did a very good job in defending Alpha and Bravo, but that big push from the Dark players out of the map over the mountain
Yeah,
was definitely the game changer for them in breaking the Rex defenses there and
yeah.
getting the upper hand at Bravo.
So Rotten Foods now doing the defending, stopping the guys from Rex from pushing through back to Charlie, and we'll see what happens now at Alpha, because Dark pushing over the hill towards Alpha. Wraithy there having a look, trying to see who can see, takes out Jacques, but gets taken out while reloading by Sergeant Bex.
Yeah, big push now from the Rex guys from Bravo again. DJ's got Snake, Lawless, Rue, and Jock with him. That's the full squad pushing on Bravo. They've got a full squad now on Alpha as well, so they're going to retain Alpha and Bravo, and then they need to defend that Alpha, because I see there's another squad of Dark players moving into Alpha there as well.
Yeah. Rotten Foods falling back, realizes that two of these players gets taken out. He takes out Sicarius, who was rushing him through that little alleyway. He takes out Lawless 320, but then gets taken out in that little choke point. Rex pushing through now. They perhaps making the push, but Banshee... Oh, those are decoys. I was going to say Banshee holding position there, Charlie. But Elite Sniper is holding position there, Charlie, on the roof. He's going to keep the Rex guys back. But while the Rex guys have pushed through, the Dark players have gone on the other side, and they will make a push for Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha's the only objective that Rex has, basically got waxed on this map at the moment, Don. They were struggling with Charlie, and I think they focused their attention on Bravo, but yeah, Dark just had two good pushes now on Bravo, which taken out basically, both squads, and I think Bravo was that pivot point for them.
Yeah. So Zimbo holding Fortune on the top of this hill. He's watching if the guys are moving up or down towards Bravo. He knows that the guys were moving on that lower ridge line. Sees 1 or 2, 3 Rex players, has a few shots, gets a few hits, and then Zimbo gets taken out. So
this
Rex
will be a last push for Rex.
This will be a last push for Rex if they're able to hold on to this flag and hold it for long enough together with Alpha. They'll be able to make up that deficit and hopefully pull back this deciding match in this tournament.
Yeah, Snake's going to have his hands full. He's got a full squad to compete with, and they all take him out there. So there's going to be a big push again from Dark on this little alleyway
flag.
Onto Bravo.
So Wraithy takes out Jacques.
Out of the map, jumping through. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
No, I see Wraithy's making the spearhead push there on the Rex players. Takes out Snake, takes out a couple there, and looks like Bravo falling to Doc.
Yeah, I think that was the last push there, Don. Let's just see, where are the Rex players? They're all here at Alpha. Now they're going to have one more push. I think they're going to go for Bravo. I think they're splitting up. They're going for Charlie and Bravo.
Yeah, Zimbo going on the lower level, and Wraithy going on the top to try and defend. And I fear that for Rex's sake, it might be too late. With 4 tickets left, they needed those flags to just be a little bit closer, because Charlie's well defended by Dark on the rooftops there, as you can see, and no one on Rex's side able to push out of Alpha. And 1 ticket left, and that's the game to Dark. So this being decided with the first 2 games in favour of Dark, and 1 more going on the Rotterdam map. So we'll see how that goes, and maybe the Rex boys can pull one back.
Yeah, the Rotterdam being a difficult map as it is, but before we go to Rotterdam, second game going to Dark. I think that means that they have won
The final.
Division 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, two, of the 3 maps already.
Yeah.
So let's see what Rex is going to do on this last push.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations to Doc, and I think they've done a fantastic job. They've played very well. We could see that their defenses were very well. Their pushes went very well through those avenues. They knew what they wanted from that map on Fiel. And being, like you said from the beginning, a map of their choice, we expected that they would dominate on that map, and that being the deciding map as well.
Yeah, definitely, Don. You could see that they were everywhere on that map. They were well spread out, and the wave of attacks were just it was just beast. So
Yeah.
they did a tremendous job there.
Yeah. So let's see what Rex are able to do on this Rotterdam map. I'll say it's a fan favorite map, but for some, yes, maybe. For others, maybe not so much. So we'll have one side spawning closer to Alpha, one side spawning closer to Bravo, and we'll see which one's which. So these are the ruins we're looking at now, known as the ruins around this usually D flag at Conquest, but it's going to be B flag, C flag on this form of the game, and then the ever important top of the trains, the Bravo pivot flag, which enables the side that holds it to push in either direction, and then the White House flag, which is the Alpha flag. So we've got Rex spawning at the White House, and we've got Dark spawning at the ruins, and we'll see who gets to the Bravo flag first. But it looks like Dr. Blah, Fountain Foods, and Zimbo, and potentially Elite Sniper weaving their way through that building to get to that Bravo flag as soon as possible.
Yeah, so you got a bottom push from Rex, and you've got a top tier push from Dark. That's interesting.
So Rex now moving up the stairs. They, as you said, moved in from the bottom, and Rue takes out Dr. Blah. So now the Bravo flag is in the favor of Rex. I say that with a bit of tone in my voice because I thought the Dark players would flow in and try and take it back. But keeping them at bay, Fountain Foods moving in dangerously in a position of without cover. We'll see what he's able to do. Wow, he takes out Jacques, and he takes out Lawless. He's using the bolt action Car 98, takes out Babash. 3 headshots in a row. And now Dark
just look at that.
Yeah. So Dark now moving into the top side of Bravo, all with the push of Fountain Foods and that sniper rifle, that Car 98. Doing a very strong push there. DJ still around there, but the Dark players removing all of the Rex players from that point. And now pushing up on this upper level.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to push now to go to Alpha after they've taken Bravo.
Yeah, so they're not waiting. They want the triple cap. They want this to get this over with as soon as possible. Jacques getting headshotted there. He gets taken out. But then getting picked up by, I think it was Babash. Oh, sorry, my correction. It was Lourdes Rue that took him out.
We have an issue over there.
And Fountain Foods with the
Banshee, Banshee and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Wraithy. No, it wasn't Wraithy, but I see Banshee tried to do a little sneaky there to Alpha, but Human Night Flash, sorry, and Sicarius took them out. So they wanted to go for that triple cap.
Yeah. So Wraithy now with the revives. We'll watch and see if Dark are still able to hold on to this point. Fountain Foods still working his magic there with the Car 98, but there's smoke now there, so he can't see. They've disabled that sniper rifle of his, and by putting smoke down, he had to switch to the pistol. And but the flag going back to Rex. So we're seeing Rex holding that top Bravo flag. I haven't focused, sorry about that. I haven't focused on any of the other flags because it seems like that's been pretty much holding station. Rex holding on to Alpha. Sicarius doing the work at Alpha to keep position there. And we'll see what the Dark players do now if they're able to push.
Yeah, Nightflash tried to do a little sneak there again, but the bash was on him there. So yeah, I think they saw that Bravo was a bit of a difficult one, and they wanted to go for Alpha just to break up Bravo by the looks of things. But while I'm saying that, they've taken Bravo.
Yeah, taken Bravo back. So we're watching Banshee now. He's sniping all the way from the Charlie flag over to Alpha, watching those windows to see if the Rex players are moving around in those windows or if they're pushing up.
Look at Dr. Blory's on the train tracks. He did a big flank and he's moving back towards Bravo now, realizing that there was no Rex players on Bravo, and now he's pushing back again for that flank position.
Yeah, see, he's watching the avenue, stopping the Rex players from moving down that avenue from Alpha onto the train line. So they're using sniper rifles.
Big push from Rex. Rex is going to attack Bravo again.
Yep, so Dr. Blah, while watching that avenue, wasn't prepared for the Rex players to move in strength over there. But we've got Wraithy and Dr. Blah pushing back now to see if they can recapture that Bravo point. But a lot of smoke out. Wraithy with the... looks like he's using the ZK. And he gets taken out by Jacques. So DJ in the trains, Snake in the trains, Jacques there, keeping position. Rotten Foods in the trains. And I see the score, the Bravo flag ticking ever so slightly over to, back to the, as we said earlier, the dark side.
Yeah, they've got the numbers. They've got the numbers on Bravo there. But look at that. They've taken out 2 dog players again. So the flag will definitely go back to Rex there. Taking another dog player out. Bravo back in the favor of Rex. But look at that. They've now successfully taken Alpha. So there's still a fight on here at Alpha between the Rex and dog players.
Okay, good. Well spotted there. So Dark now holding Alpha. Let's see if the guys are making any pushes, yeah. But like we said before, that Bravo flag enables any pushes in any direction. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Rex players, a squad of Rex players now moving through this avenue to Alpha, and they'll make the big push. And Sicarius going the long way around. I think Banshee's managed to keep the guys from pushing up that avenue. He's got looks also like a ZK. Yep, ZK383. Just watching to see, and he gets flanked around. Very good play there by Sicarius. We saw that he moved around while keeping the other guys kept Banshee busy, and they will take that Alpha flag.
Oh, credit to Banshee. He was sitting in that alleyway there with a SMG, and he was taking out 2. Yeah, and he was taking out 2 snipers there.
Yeah.
So yeah, very good play from Banshee there.
So now we've got Nightflash here. The guys don't know he's holding spawn. He's popping smoke. Let's see if any of the dark players spawn on him. Sicarius gets taken out by him, but Lawless 320 there now.
I'll treat you, pal.
Yeah, the dog players at Charlie got a very nice vantage point there, putting pressure on the Rex guys on the advance from Alpha to Charlie. So I think Rex must just fall back and hold that 2 objectives and not push just yet. Let the dog players come to you guys. Yeah.
So Rex in control of the 2 flag points. 137 plays to 127 for in the favor of Dark. So not much in it. Very tight game. This very tight first game we had. Bit of a whitewash on the last map in the favor of Dark, but this map definitely a closer affair.
Yeah, but look at that. Rex definitely pushing for the triple cap there, Don. They're now trying here from the bottom side going to Charlie.
Yeah, they've moved off the Alpha flag. But let's see what happens. I hope that doesn't expose for their sake the Bravo flag, because we've got Rotten Foods and we've got Wraithy making a push from on Bravo. Guy's going down. He's reviving. He's trying to get his players up. but probably easier to defend that flag than push. But a lot of reviving happening by the dark players on that top of that bridge. So let's see who's here. We've got DJ here, we've got Snake here, Jacques going down.
Well,
And now we've got
Charlie's
Sydney.
managed now to flank there on Charlie.
Yep. So you say Sicarius is there, Charlie?
Yeah, so Corus is a Charlie. I think he's going to try and hold back and see if he can outspawn.
Well, Babash has
And
spawned
he's
on him,
taken
so
out,
good, yeah.
Ruben. He's taken out Ruben. Night Flash has still got a very good position outside here. Also good view on Charlie, putting a bit of pressure on the guys, but he needs to move in.
Yeah.
If Rex gets the spawns, they definitely got the numbers and an advantage, and they're going to go for Charlie. But they get taken out by Banshee and Frotten Foods. So, no, Charlie going back to...
But they're still alive there. They, Lawless 320 and
there we go.
Sicarius, yeah, they're still
Somebody
moving
kept
around the
spawn.
edges.
Yeah.
And Babash now moves onto the flag. So good play there by Rex to take Charlie. Unfortunately, losing Bravo and losing Alpha as well. So that, as you said, they made the push, but unfortunately losing their pivot flag of Bravo and the flag of all-important flag of Alpha. But we've got Sergeant Bex now in that avenue, waiting for spawn probably.
I think that's his decoy.
Is that his decoy?
Yes.
Oh, you're quite right. Quite right. Yeah,
He's on the bridge there, advancing to Bravo.
Well, thank you for correcting me because I thought he was waiting for spawn there in the avenues. So, but we've got Rex pushing this riverside of the White House, and Lourdes 320 popping in and out, up and down. He's got Bex in the river. He's pushing down there, but as much as and hard as they try and push that that lower little road, Ruben's there, Elite Sniper's there, Night Flash there, and they just switching fire on these two guys, and they get taken out. But look at that, very clever play. While keeping those two busy there, we've had Sicarius and Jacques push in on Alpha.
Yes. No, definitely. But Ruben's done well with that Lewis gun. Man, oh
Yeah.
man. He's just taking out all the Rex players advancing to Alpha there. So
Yeah.
Ruben doing an excellent job into covering the flanks there.
And keeping spawn. So he's been able to keep spawn. And there he takes Lawless 320 out as well. He's using the MMG, so he's doing a very good job, but he gets taken out. So Rex able to hold Alpha and make that push, but while they were doing that, Dark moved in at Charlie, and it looks like they've taken up permanent residence there. And Bravo flag now as well, but very close game still. 108 plays 104 in the favor of Dark. So we'll see a big push now by Rex on the bridge. Snake, unfortunately, all alone at this stage. Let's see if he's able to hold and wait for support or hold spawn for some of his players. One spawn's on. And Rex still
big push
pushing.
here from the Dark players to Alpha on this corridor. Sergeant Bex with the sniper rifle there. Unfortunately outnumbered by a lot of Dark players. So Rex taking back Bravo, and if Sicarius can hold spawn, it seems like Charlie will also be in the favor of Rex there, depending on what the outcome is.
Yeah. We've got a couple of Rex players now pushing down from the train station into Charlie. We'll see if the guys from Dark are able to defend. Not Rex having the numbers there, as you called it, making the successful push to Charlie.
Yeah, no, they've prepared Charlie, but the Dark players are doing an excellent job in holding spawn there for their squad members to join on. So
Yeah.
just like that, the pressure's on, and they're
On-
taking back Charlie over.
Yeah, on Rex. So Frotten Foods with the Tommy gun moving around, systematically picking off the Rex players that are looking for the Dark players that are hanging around. and Charlie going back to the favor of Doc.
Yeah, big push now from the Rex players now as well in this corridor. And Elite Sniper's the only one they're defending with Ruben. They've taken out a couple of Rex players, but I see Lawless 320 now sticking around. Sakori spawning on him. They definitely need to take another objective down if they want the tickets to go down on the dark side.
Yeah. Sicarius there. Elite Sniper still hanging around the outside. As you said, not making any rash moves, but he gets taken out by Babash. And Babash doing all the work reviving there. So they are able to take Alpha, but as soon as they take Alpha, they lose Bravo. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Rex players moving on Bravo.
Yeah, that's correct. And Banshee also moving in from the bottom. So they know that Rex is doing a full-on assault there for Bravo. Dog players takes out 3 Rex players with 1 player left. I can't see who that is. It looks like Lawless Brew, and he also gets taken out by Cotton Foods. So
Yeah.
good defending there from the dog players on Bravo.
Yeah. And we've got some Wraithy getting a little bit cocky there with some tea bags as well. So the guys obviously know that they've won the tournament, and they are celebrating a little bit early.
Well, that's a bit cheeky, eh? Don,
Yeah.
what would you say?
Yeah, well, I
Where's the
suppose it's,
sportsmanship?
yeah. So we've
The
got
community is toxic at the moment with all the teabagging going on.
yeah. So we've got while that was all the teabagging going on downstairs, Dr. Blanc, Zimbo, and Wraithy now there. Rex have moved in upstairs and taken this flag.
Night Flash taking out Sicarius and Babash, and also saw a bit of teabagging action going on there. So
Yeah.
these guys are definitely celebrating already.
Yeah. So Dark taking back Bravo, and now it looks like they might lose Alpha as well.
Yeah, no, they're going for the triple cap. They're going for the triple cap, and it looks like there is still a bit of action going on at Bravo there, Don. They've got
Yeah.
a couple of numbers there that just spawned there on there. So Bravo in favor of Rex by the looks of things now. They've got the
Yeah.
numbers.
But Wraithy there and Frotten Food's still there. Frotten Food's watching to see where the guys are moving, if they're moving in from the lower level. And he still takes out Snake Dog. He's still taking out guys, getting guys on the stairwell. So we'll see what happens with this Bravo flag. Still close game. Still within reach for Rex to take this game, and just be one game shy of taking this title.
Yeah. Still a lot of players there on Charlie, defending Charlie. Night Flash going to do another flank again. He's been doing this run for quite a couple of times in this round. He's going to sneak past Bex there, or he's holding back. He's holding back. He saw Babash now also defending that side. Babash
Yeah.
not in a very good position. Smokes just to get out of sight there of Night Flash, falling
Yeah.
back. And yeah, so Night Flash is definitely not going for the flank.
No,
But,
I think he's
he
just
has tried
defending.
a couple
Yeah.
of times this match.
Yeah, he's defending, but 2 flags still being held in the favor of Rex. Rex controlling the Bravo flag now. So despite all the shenanigans that were going on underneath the train, Rex holding a 2 flag advantage. We'll see what the guys from Dark are able to do, if they're pushing in through the cover of smoke, if they make a successful push or not.
Check Night Flash at the bottom here, Don, doing a very risky move, flanking, swimming
All on his
past,
own. Oh, yeah.
towards Alpha.
But it
On
looks
his own.
like
He's got Sicarius and Lawless coming on in his view there. So
And
yeah, let's see.
let's see
There's
what
definitely
happens,
going to be
yeah.
a battle going on here.
yeah, he ges taken out. So unable
and he
to.
gets taken out.
But Bravo
And no
flag falling.
teabagging from the Rex side.
No. So we've got Wraithy now holding the top side of Bravo. Dark players have moved in and taken Bravo flag. They will push down the train line now to cut off the Rex attack. And we'll see if they are able to do that. So Blar gets taken out by Jacques. Wraithy's still there. Wraithy very fast with that Tommy gun, but he gets taken out by DJ, and Rex live to fight in another push. But Zimbo's still alive there. He's still looking for the Rex players, trying to keep them off the flag. So, in terms of gunfights, Mike, from what we've seen so far tonight, I would say it's pretty evenly matched. A lot of Rex players are able to take it to Doc and win those 1v1s when they need to. Unfortunately, though, from what we've seen so far, it's been the strategic pushes by Doc that have made them hang on to those flags just a little bit longer.
Yeah. Nightflash doing one last sneak there by the looks of things. He's got Sicarius, Lawless, and Babash on that side coming in. And he takes out Lawless and Babash going for the revive.
Yeah.
But, what you mentioned about the 1v1s, the gunfights, taking it to Doc, I would say that Doc's had a couple of double and triple kills there, and they definitely took the fight, I would say, towards Rex there, Doc.
Yeah.
Rex had the handful with the gunfighting.
Yeah.
Doc just being a little bit more, I would say, strategically placed at the moment, putting the guys under pressure.
Yeah. I think you're right there. We've seen a lot of the gunfights going to Doc in terms of numbers, like you say, getting double and triple kills. But
Yes.
let's see what the Doc guys are able to do on this Bravo flag. You know, you called it just now when they were busy doing battle at Alpha, and you know, they tied up 3 Rex players for a long time, and they kept them off the flags. And even as we speak now, those 2 flags of Bravo and Charlie have been held by Doc for the last 2 minutes and eked in almost a 40-point lead. But now Alpha and Charlie going to Rex, which is, I think, what they wanted to do. They wanted to push into those 2 flags, enabling them to move to Bravo from either direction and keep Doc guessing for a change of pace.
Yeah. 2 objectives in favor of Rex, Charlie, and Alpha.
Yeah.
And looks like they're going to retain Charlie there. There is still, Frozen Foods is still there, again, holding spawn. He hasn't been spotted yet, so he's got a couple of Rex players, and he's just taken out Babash. He's got Lawless, Jock, and DJ there. So it's still going to be a bit of a battle going on there, Charlie.
Yeah, and Banshee now moving into Alpha. Looks like he's having a little bit of fun with one of the decoys there inside the room. Maybe we'll avoid that because this is a family show. So we'll have a look at what Rex do. So Banshee all on his own in that room. Let's see if the Rex players are able to move in and take him out.
Yeah, I missed that, unfortunately.
So Banshee taking out a couple of the Rex players who are making the push, and then proceeding to empty the rest of his bag all over the corpses of the guys. So let's see what happens to Rex here. Rex making the lower push to Bravo. Babash reviving Sicarius. So Jacques, Sicarius, Sergeant Bex, all there to make that all-important push to Bravo with 18 of their tickets remaining. So they take Bravo. There's a squad plus 2, it looks like, at Bravo, but somebody's shooting at them from this end, and it looks like Ruben. Yeah, Ruben there with the Lewis gun. He's watching the guys. He's making the long-range shots, trying to keep the Rex players at Bravo guessing, and keeping them busy as well. But Charlie going now to Rex. They made the push. DJ moving across the river. And we've got some Rex players moving and trying to push into Alpha. Babash in the building all by himself. I thought I saw a Rex player outside somewhere. Yeah, Sicarius and DJ now there. And let's see what's happening inside this building. So Rex made a good push and managed to push into Alpha. I see that Rex are making...
Unfortunately, Banshee was playing around with a bit of decoys there, and he wasn't looking. I think he forgot that it was a competition there, and Jock took him out. So
Yeah, yeah,
I think these guys know the game's over, so they're just fooling around a bit.
yeah. It would seem that that is the case. So we're having a look now at the final moments of this game. At Ruben, he's trying to hold this corner flank, and gets taken out on that corner. So we'll see now. Maybe Rex are able to push into Bravo and take a triple cap, but Dark now making a push for Charlie. I don't see any Rex players around that flag, so they'll take Charlie, and they'll still be holding Bravo as well. So
Yeah.
all the Rex
Look,
players seem to be stuck around either the White House or pushing to Bravo, and DJ, the closest player, now making the bottom push to Bravo with 3 tickets remaining.
Yeah, sure. No, this game definitely goes in favour of the Dark players.
Yeah,
And they've done a tremendous good job, I would say, taking all 3 matches. But let's not forget that Rex is a fairly new team. I think they started late last year, so they've done very well in getting second place in this
absolutely.
division they're on.
Yeah, so we've seen.
Yeah, congratulations first of all for the Dark players for winning Division 3 and then of course moving up to Division 2.
Yeah, well done to both sides. Both played well, and I'm sure that throughout this competition, there's mutual respect shown by both sides and appreciated for the games. So thanks for tuning in, stream. Thanks for the comments and thanks for the support. And we'll see what happens with the next round robin, the next tournaments that come up. But thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no, from my side also. Thanks, Don. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the viewers. Thanks for your comments. It was well noted. I see that the Call of Duty Warzone made it to the comments as well.
Yeah. So interesting to see. But thanks, Mike, as always. You're an absolute star. And I think without you, it would have been a very boring affair, as my voice is starting to slowly go. So I had to limit my commentary tonight. But thanks very much for the support and for the help. And we'll see how things pan out in the next couple of weeks.